Well, he seems like he would. I can understand what you mean about being scared talking to him, because he does seem very intimidating. Like when you see him in like interviews and stuff like that. But you're talking about like the character of the biker being kind of after Michael Myers. Right. We were talking about how that it's a little bit kind of scarier than Michael Myers, because like in a horror movie, we've all seen like dudes like wearing a mask, like either if it's Michael Myers or Jason or something. But the biker, there's nothing that really stands out about him. Right. So, like, if you were to see him, like, just going down the street, you wouldn't look twice, so you wouldn't suspect him. But then at the same time, there's something kind of sadistic about, like, not knowing what's going on behind the mask.
I look over still today, and I'll see somebody on a motorcycle with a black visor, smoke visor. And, that's pretty...
It happened to me today. Going to the film festival. Right. I was driving up there this morning and just happened to look over, and there was a dude like on a motorcycle dressed almost exactly like the biker.
Was he looking at you?
No, he was looking straight ahead, but it was still kind of eerie.
Would it scare you if he was looking at you?
If he had turned and looked at me, it might have made me a little. But you're talking about Beware and stuff. You're. Beware and Rage actually played back to back at HorrorQuest.
Right.
So
it's really nice to have people recognize something that you've done, a film, because as a film fan, growing up and watching all of Ramiro's films and Carpenter and Craven. And you just want to be able to do that, man. You want to be able to affect people in a certain way, scare them, whatever, make them jump. And when you achieve that, man, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I definitely think that your movie does that, and
that's true.
I tell you this, that most of the people that actually work at the theater. Rage is the movie that they're most excited to. They didn't actually most of the people that worked there didn't get a chance to see it, but we had some trailers, like trailer discs. Right. And yours was the one that everybody that actually works there is like really excited to see. So
that's good to hear.
Yeah, and thankfully you actually sent me 2 copies of Rage. So I think the staff of the theater actually I think they borrowed it and took it home. But yeah, like we had a few people actually comment on the rape scene, and so it definitely struck a chord with people. But you actually played the biker, correct?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I thought you did know that.
I don't think that we even discussed that.
I thought we did.
But that's awesome.
Yeah, but like stuff on the motorcycle and stuff. Now that was you also, correct?
Okay, I was thinking about lying and taking full credit. But
okay.
No. I did everything with the exception of the burnout. If you remember the burnout.
Oh, okay.
And we had a guy named Sam Dean, who's a big motorcycle guy here in Portland, come in and stand in for that. And he also did another thing that didn't make the film, which was he popped a wheelie and rode it for like a block. And,
wow.
It just seemed a little excessive. So we're like, maybe we could use just the first half of it, but we decided to just drop it. But so Sam did the burnout, but all the rest of the film, anything with the biker in it, that was me.
Now, did y'all, because I know there's a few shots of like y'all on a bridge and stuff like that. Did y'all have permits for that, or was it kind of guerrilla?
I like your questions. No, actually, we had permits for several things that we did in the film. But, on a low-budget film, and you have ideas about things you want to do, you then sit around. I always carry a little erasable like clipboard with me, where you just like jot things down. So we wanted that particular scene that you're talking about across the bridge, the chase scene. And so I sat down with Carl Amdahl, the camera operator, and a couple other, everybody involved, and we plotted it out how we were going to do it and get it done in one take. Well, actually 2 takes, because we had to go back. We covered the biker, and then we covered the car with the protagonist in it. And so we planned it all out, and just so happens, in Portland, there's a lot of films being made, and a lot of TV series now. We have Grimm's, which is the new, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I know what that is. Yeah, it's a fairy tale show.
Right. Portlandia, which is pretty big.
Portlandia, which is funny and very true. If you ever watch it, it's very real to how people are here in Portland. Then we have Leverage, which is shot here, and that's by Dean Devlin's company. And there's a ton of films that normally would have been going to Canada that are now starting to come here. So basically, you can use that as cover. You're shooting your film. If you don't have a permit, most of the police here, they assume that, that you're part of one of the other productions. So for that, yeah, right.
So you kind of lied.
Yeah, we just put on like a Leverage hat or something and just shoot the damn thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we stole, several scenes. But hey, man, you got to do what you got to do to get your film done.
Get your product made.
Well, I know that when we were watching the movie, we were kind of thinking about like stuff like that, and also this is probably a wrong assumption, but was that your house in the movie?
No, actually, that was one of the producers' house. Yeah.
Okay. We were pretty certain that you had probably like done it like at your house, and I was like, oh man, this is awesome! Like he like shot in his house, and like I just assumed that it was like kind of like a big guerrilla.
Right.
Kind of.
Well, actually,
production.
you know what? Well, what I did, and and for a very small film, which Rage is, we did maximize locations, to the fullest. For instance, where the lead lives with his wife, which the climax of the film takes place there. Okay, that's on one street. Okay, the exterior and the interior, that's really the same house, but the garage is not at that house. Okay. The neighbor house directly across the street is there, but when he walks across the street in the last act and is followed, once he goes inside, that is a tea set, a little small set that was built in the garage after we finished. So, and also, that guy has never met his wife, the older couple. They've never met in their life. Because her part...
That's crazy.
Her part was shot in a house in another city, another little satellite suburb of Portland. So, you just got to match wall paint. You got to make So so I mean, it's amazing. Well, but we would do things like that. We would try to maximize an area to make it look like as many areas that we needed it to be. But for instance, like the Chinese restaurant. Where he's having lunch. That is actually the top of the building where I live. It's not a restaurant. It's just, it's like you go up and you look at the city. And so I decided, you know what, we could build that Chinese restaurant up here, and we did.
That's kind of cool.
That's pretty efficient, yeah.
Because I thought it was a real restaurant. It looked like
like a outdoor kind of patio kind of. Yeah,
no, they just grow mustard and the people who live here, this is Portland, so it's like, they make these little gardens everywhere they can, so it's just like you go up there and you look at the city, drink a beer, and and do your gardening, I guess.
What camera did y'all film on? Was it the Red camera?
No. We used the high definition, the first generation after the Canon, the X. What is it? H.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the D1 or whatever it's called. But yeah, that we use that, and it's a great camera. I mean, it performs fantastically. I'm thinking about using the Red camera for this next project. I'm going to be next month fiddling around with one just to see what it can actually do. I mean, I've seen other projects. So many films are shot with it now. But I still would love to be able to shoot something in 35. But of course, money-wise, that may not be possible. But we'll see.
Yeah, 35. That's like, I think that's like like a few $1,000s a roll for a cartridge.
Oh yeah. And you only got 11 minutes. You get 11 minutes a roll, And with digital, you get a tape that's like 80-something minutes at the most, 86 minutes, something like that. And it costs you like, what, $6?
Yeah, well, I think, I don't know if it's all RED cameras, but I think a lot of them now actually have like built-in hard drives.
Oh, wow.
So it's just like you just change out the hard drive and keep going.
Yeah, and I'm sure you probably can store tons of time on those hard drives.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I know, I think